Howdy, folks. It is Diecastbuffet here again, and well, Denny Hamlin wins again at Pocono, and now he's considered Mr. Pocono. He has the most wins all time in the Cup Series, and make sure to pre-order that 164. No, I wish it was a 164. 124 diecast over there at Circle Diecast. Plenty of sales you can save with that promo code down below, guys. Make sure to check it out. Next gen cars in the 164 scale should be in stock any day now over there at Circle B. So that's really exciting stuff. Already got my stuff pre-ordered, so I don't have to worry about it. Very thankful and blessed for that. But if you haven't pre-ordered, could not stress it enough. Regardless, let's get to the race here. So quite a bit happened here at Pocono, but I really want to touch on this. The whole weekend was fantastic, full of racing. You had a doubleheader at IndyCar. You had the Trucks, ARCA, Xfinity, and Cup Series, plus the SRX race. Arguably, Saturday, which was yesterday, was like almost the greatest day of racing because there was just so much crap to watch. It was incredible. So Denny Hamlin gets it. I feel like, and this has come from a Chase Elliott fan, and I know he had no chance to win this race at the end. I felt like I was cheering for Kyle Busch because it's the M&M's sponsored race. It would have been so cool to see at least one more win with the M&M's car. And I picked Kyle Busch to win the race, but it was so anticlimactic at the end. It was almost like that sound effect from SpongeBob, you know, when you have the ship horn and it's like, that's pretty much how the end of this Pocono race felt. The weather was coming in, nothing happened there. Kyle Busch couldn't run down Hamlin. There was no battle for the win. It was so anticlimactic. But don't let it fool you, though. The highlights are going to suck for the end of the race, but the quality of racing here at Pocono was incredible. If you compare this year's race, regardless of the finish, regardless of the highlight reel, and just compare the quality to last year, night and day difference. Pocono, fantastic racing. The cars are able to pass. I know it's ironic they weren't able to pass at the end, but just throughout the whole, field, they were able to pass. There was crashes. There was a battle of attrition. There were some strategy plays as well. Of course, the cautions kind of nullified that, but it felt like old school Pocono. It really did. And I just really wish we would have had at least a better battle for the win. I know Chase had no business being up there, but I was hoping the 18 and 11 maybe could duke it out or something and have, I don't know, a crazy finish there. But yeah, I just wish the finish was a little bit better. Maybe one more restart, but regardless, the racing was really exciting. I wish we had 2 races here at Pocono, and there's been a lot of news in the NASCAR universe this week, and I'll be touching on those very shortly here. But yeah, so this is a huge win for Hamlin. Now this is, his 3rd win of the year. So Chase Elliott, I still think, statistically, is the championship favorite, but you can't count out Denny Hamlin. You can't count out Ross Chastain. And the bubble drivers continue to get more and more chaotic. Blaney has a bad day at Pocono. He loses some points. I think Truex gained some points. And then you have to think about Harvick. He had a little bit of good speed today, but we're going to a road course. Could we possibly see like a random driver, like, I don't know, maybe Cole Custer, anyone just show up and freaking win? I mean, it would just blow up the whole, playoff bubble. Eric Jones had a great shot today. I think if the strategy would have played out, he certainly had a car capable of winning this race. Clean air was king. Kyle Busch was dominant all day and didn't bear any fruit at the end. So you had the championship battle. I personally, if I had to make a prediction here, I think we're only going to have 14 winners. I just feel like one of these drivers, whether it's Hamlin, whether it's Kyle Busch, whether it's Larson or Elliott, someone is going to find their stride and they're going to win a string of races before the playoffs. Now, so there was some news in this morning. Kurt Busch did not make the race today. He was not cleared because he had a concussion, which was it was a pretty nasty wreck in qualifying. Something they're probably going to adjust on the Gen 7 car, perhaps with the crushed panels or something bodywork wise. But apparently, the qualifying accident with Kurt Busch gave him some symptoms. He was not cleared the race, which gave Ty Gibbs in the middle of the night, pretty much, his first ever Cup start, and I cannot be more impressed of how good this kid is, man. I think he got, 15th or 16th in his first ever race in a Cup car. Never drove a Gen 6 Cup car. Never drove a Gen 7 Cup car, right? He had simulator work, but that's apples to oranges to a real Cup car. Goes out there, gets a great finish. you don't hear nothing about him all day because he didn't make contact, he didn't make mistakes, he didn't speed on pit road. I mean, he did a better job getting on pit road in this one race than Denny Hamlin has probably done all year. Let's just be honest. How many speeding penalties he's had? Ty Gibbs, I'm telling you, man, he needs a cup ride sooner than later. I think they should put him in a couple extra more starts this year. I don't know how long Kurt Busch may or may not be out, but hey, man, if you could find a way to get him into a Toyota car, just to give him some repetitions, man, this guy is poised. I'm telling you, he is a real talent. And, I can't help it. I find myself a fan of him. I know he rubs people the wrong way, but I don't know why, but I just find myself a fan of him. And I'm a Hendrick Motorsports guy. I am not a Joe Gibbs Racing fan, but I just can't help but I just like cheering for him, man. So it's really cool there. Hope Kurt Busch comes back real soon. Huge Kurt Busch fan. And also had some news about Fontana. So apparently, even though Fontana had like an amazing crowd and arguably the best race all year long, it is all but official that it looks like Fontana is going 100% with a reconfiguration to the short track. I seen some stuff online about it, and apparently they're already working on the grandstands, like tearing them down, reconfigure it. So unless things change drastically, it does look like next year will be the final 2-mile race, and then they're going to officially demolish it. Again, that's what I've seen. We've seen this story change 1,000 different times, but from what I've seen, they're actually, physically taking down some of the grandstands there. So that's sad, man. Fontana, it just goes to show, like, even for Road America, that it does not matter how good of a crowd you have for a NASCAR sanctioned event. It does not matter how many people show up. If they are absolute bent over the barrel to move that race off the schedule, they're going to do so. And that, to me, is really disappointing because Road America had an incredible crowd. I can't tell you how many people said they were so happy to see NASCAR Cup Series racing in the state of Wisconsin. And they pulled the plug. They put the Chicago Street Course on it. I'll touch on it briefly here, what I honestly think. I think the Chicago Street Course race is going to be an absolute demolition derby. I'm not a fan of it. I don't really care about street courses. Even for IndyCar, I like oval racing and real road courses the most. I like Road America. It's my favorite road course. So obviously I'm a little bit sad that one's gone. But no doubt about it, it just shows that it does not matter the attendance. If they are absolutely bent on removing it from the schedule, they're going to do so regardless whether you show up or not. That's the one thing that really bugs me, because Road America, great turnout. Fontana, great turnout. And it looks like that is all but official going to the short track. There was a good period where it was delayed because of everything. And based on the race we saw this year, I mean, it was incredible. I mean, the racing was absolutely perfect. And they're still going to the short track, which blows my mind considering you have Rockingham, Wilkesboro, Nashville Fairgrounds. You could even throw in Iowa Speedway. I mean, there's plenty of short tracks across the country. And then you have the LA Coliseum race, which, if you really think about it, can be raced in so many different stadiums across the whole country. I just feel like there's plenty of short tracks to rotate through it. I would keep Fontana the same, man. It was never Fontana being a bad track. It was the Gen 6 race car. And I think you could say the same thing for Pocono. The racing was fantastic. The finish was anticlimactic, absolutely. But, nonetheless, though, Denny Hamlin is officially the all-time wins leader at Pocono. So you could say he is Mr. Pocono. Jimmy Johnson, Mr. Dover. So Pocono is now Denny Hamlin's best track statistically. Anyways, thank y'all again for watching. What do y'all think about the Pocono race? Make sure to comment down below. There was an incredible crowd at Pocono. I mean, the whole infield just absolutely just jam-packed. Oh, it's so cool. I love the Pocono track. I wish we can get an IndyCar race there. I'll mention this real quickly in the video. They need more oval races in IndyCar. Absolutely. The Iowa racing was fantastic. Just watching Jimmy Johnson go 2 and 3 wide there was so much fun. I love the IndyCar oval races. They were the best ones in my opinion. But yeah, that's all for now. Make sure to pre-order that Race Win diecast. I believe they're going to be making it. Who knows? Sometimes they make them, sometimes they don't for the 11 car. But regardless, thank you all again for watching. Have a great one. Diecastbuffet signing off.